Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fab with Talk Show. I'm your host, Khadija Osman, the CEO of Grid Coaches. And let me introduce you for those of you who don't know. Fablux is a digital magazine based in Malaysia. And Grid is a learning and development platform which connects coaches and mentors to individuals and organizations. And together we have collaborated for this talk show so that not only can we connect coaches to their clients, be it individuals or organizations, but also provide them with visibility through Fablux, which will have the transcript of this live session. Plus, we will be converting this into a podcast. So here we will be covering the journey of all the wonderful coaches who are doing brilliant work and trying to make a difference in the world. So today we have with us the wonderful Omneya Osama joining us all the way from Cairo. Omneya is a life and mindfulness coach. So let's hear from Omneya. Omneya, what inspired you to start on this journey of life coaching?
Hello, Khadija, and thank you for the introduction. What inspired me to be a life coach is my own journey. So it started with me. I went through a lot of problems and I faced a childhood trauma when I was young. And for a very long time, I suffered and I didn't know why. I had no idea about mental health or well-being or anything like that. And over time, I felt that something's wrong with me and I need to fix it. I'm not happy. I felt unmotivated to get out of bed. Life was very tough for me. Even the simple daily tasks were very difficult to handle. That's when I took a break from work, from everything. It was like a year, I think. And in this year, I decided to learn more about what was going on in my own life and try to fix it. And I tried a lot of things. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. But after that, yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Like I said, some of them worked, some didn't. But what made me want to be a life coach is because I wanted to help other people heal and change the lives for the better, and teaching them how to handle their difficult emotions and learn about their thoughts and how their thoughts shape their lives and their decisions and everything like that. That's when I started to take life coaching courses and psychology and different courses to help me start my journey as a life coach and mindfulness as well.
So, in your practice, Omneya, how do you use mindfulness? How do you teach it to your clients?
Yeah, I don't always use the word mindfulness in my practice because not a lot of people are familiar with the word. However, I tell my clients that, especially if they're like trapped in the past because of a certain trauma or a bad experience, or they always have constant worries about the future, anxiety, and so on, I tell them that we need to learn how to be in the present moment. And sometimes there is a formal practice, which is meditation. And I encourage them to do meditation for at least 5 or 10 minutes every day, every 2 days, like whatever they can do to make them learn how to be in the present moment, like control their thoughts, not allow their thoughts to wander and ruminate and everything like that. The other way, which is an informal practice, and that is through doing like daily activities mindfully. For example, I encourage them to have a certain meal or a food they enjoy, and they dedicate this time to do this only, without thinking, without doing anything else, just focusing, for example, on the texture of the food, the smell, the temperature, the different flavors in their mouths. And we can do this with like different activities. We can do it walking. We can do a walking meditation or mindfulness walking where we take like slow steps focusing on the nature, the air, the sky, our steps on the ground. We can do it with drinking. So it depends on each client and what they prefer. If they would like to do a meditation, like a formal meditation, they can do that. If they choose to engage it or incorporate it into their everyday activities, they can do that as well.
Yes, please clarify a bit on that, Omnia. For meditation, like mindfulness can be sort of done with every single small activity that you're carrying out in your life. But when it comes to meditation, do you need like a separate, that's the kind of image a lay person has, that we need a separate, quiet, dark room, and then we can only then can we meditate. But
Yeah.
can we meditate if we have a room full of kids? Like being a mompreneur, that's how my struggle is. Like, I am always working with the kids around, so it's almost impossible to find a time where I have this quiet space to me. So can we meditate anywhere else besides that quiet dark room?
Definitely. Yeah. It's a very common misconception about meditation that you should be in a dark room, completely silent, no distractions, no interruptions. And that's not true. And life doesn't happen this way. You are surrounded, like you said, you're a mom, so your kids are always around. Some other people have a lot of family members in the same household. They have pets. They live in a noisy neighborhood. So that's not always available. And I always tell this to my clients. It's like, you do the meditation no matter what circumstances you're in or the environment you're living in. You just sit, breathe, and maybe bring attention to the noises around you without judgment. So like if you have a lot of noise around you, instead of allowing it to distract you, shift your attention and focus with the sounds. Listen, I can hear my kids laughing. I can hear the cars in the street. This will shift your mind from being distracted or trapped in the thoughts to something else, which is the whole point of meditation. Meditation
so like
teaches you
somebody
to
sitting
shift your
in their office, somebody who might be watching this right now, and they're sitting in their office, and maybe when this ends, or at their own time, they can just find like 5 minutes and close their eyes and meditate. Or can it how can they do it?
Yes, exactly. Like they can go somewhere where nobody would talk to them, because that would not be gonna be meditation. But if there are sounds around them, they can just sit quietly, close their eyes, and notice the sounds, observe them, and learn how to observe them and let them go without judgment, without, for example, saying, "Oh, this is annoying. I can't meditate. This is interrupting me." No, just observe them and notice them without judgment, and just let them go. And that would be like a good meditation practice.
And so mindfulness and meditation, do you feel they sharpen intuition as well?
Definitely. One of the major things that helped me in my journey was mindfulness, because it made me connect deeper to myself, learn more about my inner wisdom and my talents and everything that I didn't notice before. So yeah, being mindful makes you aware of your thoughts. It makes you aware of everything that's going on inside of you, how your thoughts control your emotions, the different kinds of emotions you experience. So yeah, definitely. I think everyone should practice mindfulness to connect and trust their intuition. And like we say, listen to their hearts.
Thank you, Amya. So do share with us that normally, what have you experienced? What are the three major areas of life that people struggle in the most?
I think the first one is accepting their difficult emotions. People don't accept their difficult emotions. If they're angry or sad or anxious, they don't accept it. They just want to run away from it. They try to distract themselves, sometimes with healthy stuff, sometimes with unhealthy stuff like alcohol or drugs or gambling or gaming. All of these things are kinds of distractions or avoidance behaviors people do in order to run away from the emotions that they don't like. So this is one of the most things I find my clients struggle with, is I don't want to accept it. Once we accept the emotion, things change for us. That's the first step into healing and changing and transformation. The second one is setting boundaries and saying no, especially with loved ones, family members, or friends. Sometimes people have a hard time setting boundaries. They can't tell someone to stop doing something that's bothering them. They can't say no. They want to please people. They're people pleasers, for example. So they can't say no, even if it stresses them out and makes their life difficult. They just can't, because they want everybody to accept them. So they think that this is the way to do it.
Yes.
The third one is self-love. A lot of people think that they love themselves, but they self-sabotage. They do stress themselves out. They don't listen to their bodies. And again, they run away from their emotions, and they're not
Yes,
aware
and
that all
there's
of
a lot of negative self-talk as well. So
yeah, exactly.
especially Omnia, for somebody who is probably struggling to find a good job, or somebody who is at a difficult point in their business, going through some financial crisis. How do they stop that negative self-talk? Because at that, in those low times, it's really difficult to pull yourself up. So for those people, how can they love themselves, forgive themselves? What do you suggest?
First of all, they should realize that we're all human beings. We all make mistakes, and this is the first fact they should accept. Like, it's okay if I'm going through a rough patch in my life. It's okay if I'm feeling down. We should accept that first as a beginning, because, like I told you, we don't accept the difficult emotions. So we beat ourselves up. We feel guilty that we're feeling that way or this way. So the first thing is accepting our emotions, accepting that we're human beings. The second thing is, and that's something I always encourage my clients to do, which is journaling. Write down your thoughts, write down your worries, get it all out, and then accept it and move on. Something else is meditation helps you also in this area, because it allows you to notice what's going on inside of you, all the emotions, and what you need to do. For example, sometimes, like you said, if someone is struggling to find a job or anything, so they spend all their entire day looking for jobs, searching, doing this and doing that, and they forget to take a break. They forget to do something for themselves. They forget to have some fun, and that impacts us. So when we sit, we should dedicate 10 minutes every day to sit and see what we need. Do we need to take a break? Do we need to do some exercise? Do we need to treat ourselves? And that would really help us, because we tend to forget ourselves especially when we're feeling down or anything like that. So that really helps. What else? I think we should also challenge our thoughts. Is this thought helping me? We should always ask ourselves this: is this thought helping me? Is it a fact or a worry?
Emotional agility, basically. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So challenging thoughts, journaling, meditation, and listening to our bodies and what it is telling us to do.
Yes. So thank you, Amna. So how do you feel life coaching can actually change somebody's life? Because there are a lot of misconceptions regarding life coaching. A lot of people, they're like, why do we need life coaching? And who can, sort of teach us that? So is it about teaching how to live your life? Or how would you phrase it? What exactly is it helping people with?
Well, life coaching is not teaching. We don't tell people what to do and what not to do. We encourage them to find out on their own, using questioning and different techniques that will help them find their own answers. What I find the most beneficial about coaching is that, what I will talk from my own experience, I help empower my clients to deal with whatever comes their way on their own after we finish our coaching sessions together. So I want them to be able to handle difficult situations
Okay, so Anya, please tell us that have you received life coaching yourself as well?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't. Like in the beginning of my journey, I depended totally on myself, self-learning, reading books, taking
Mhm.
courses, workshops, and so on. But I think it would have been better for me if I was with a life coach. It would have been much easier. They would have made me stay on track because a lot of times I would give up. I would just say this is pointless. It's not working, and I would just give up and
Do you
then
think,
come back.
sorry to cut you, do you think is it partly because there wasn't as much availability of life coaches in
Exactly.
your part of the world? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know about, like back then when I started my own journey, I didn't even know about life coaching or the idea of someone like setting a plan for you, helping you know more about yourself and stuff. I didn't know back then.
So
So
you
yeah,
found this all on the internet, right?
sorry.
So you found all the information from the internet, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I
Yeah.
did too. So, it's solid because in my part of the world as well, like, you're in Egypt, I'm in Pakistan, and South Asia, the MENA region, Asia, we're still pretty much catching pace with the Western world, there,
Exactly.
where coaching is pretty much established, and, it's a norm for people to go to coaches. So
Yes.
that's what we're working with Grit as well. And since you are a member of Grit, um, I would love for you to share just a little more before we wrap up um, on what you were continuing previously. That how do you feel can life coaching really impact or change somebody's life? Like you can share. Just keeping anonymous, maybe share some reviews of clients you've had or people who had the feedback when you had your sessions with them. Just share those for us.
All right. Well, life coaching, yes, I remember what I was telling you is life coaching teaches you how to be empowered. So you don't need to go to a life coach whenever you face a problem or whenever you feel certain emotions. No, it teaches you how to do that on your own after we finish the sessions together. It helps you connect deeply with yourself, understand yourself more, learn how to transform your life. When we do life coaching with my clients, for example, sometimes a lot of them have problems with, I want to do something, I have a goal, but I cannot get to that goal. I don't know what to do. Sometimes we have like limiting beliefs that are stopping us from achieving what we want. And sometimes we can't do a proper action plan. So we cannot plan for this properly. We set goals that are uh, not realistic. They just don't match what we need. So we help our clients do that as well. We help them, what is your goal? Even some people don't know what their goal is. They feel lost. They don't know the
A lot
purpose
of
of their
people don't
life.
have clarity,
Yep,
right?
exactly. Yeah. So we help them do that. And we work on the mindset and the thoughts because our thoughts shape our emotions. Our emotions make us take certain actions or make certain decisions. And sometimes, if the thoughts are wrong, if there's something wrong with the thoughts, we feel negative emotions, and these emotions impact our life decisions and things like that. So we learn first about our thoughts, how our mind works. What's wrong with my if do I have limiting beliefs? Do I have thoughts that are stopping me from doing what I want? Do I have thoughts because of past traumas or experiences that are affecting me in this moment? And we work
Yes.
on fixing these
Anya,
thoughts.
yes, Anya, do you feel that a lot of times people not are not even there because there's a lot of lack of self awareness, so they do not realize that they have limiting beliefs. So I think the
Yeah.
first step is self awareness, right?
Yes.
We like to stay in gray areas, like somebody with a lot of financial pressure they're overwhelmed because there's a lot of pressure on them, and they have a
Yes.
lot of dependence. And somebody who is still in the process of completing their PhD, say, or their masters, and they're hustling as well. So they're overwhelmed again because they have a lot of pressure. But we are unclear about what is the immediate thing that's pressing us, right?
Yes.
So is prioritizing journaling, is that the way to go about it, to streamline, to get clarity? How can we get more clarity in life and more self-awareness?
Mindfulness, meditation, and journaling. These are the first three things that we should work on. Whether it's like I told you, mindfulness in our daily activities, or doing meditation, or we can do both, whatever our time allows. But mindfulness makes you aware, like increases your self-awareness. You become aware of the thoughts that are stopping you. Yeah, maybe you won't know how to maybe stop them, and that's why you need a life coach. But at least you spot the problem. Once you spot the problem, you can work on fixing it and then move on to the next. So mindfulness, awareness, and definitely journaling. Yeah.
Mindfulness, journaling, and what was third?
Meditation. Meditation and mindfulness come
Meditation.
together. Yeah.
Yes, because there's so much together. I was having trouble. Maybe there's a third one I missed in. All right. So I think that was a lot of insight and information for somebody who's never experienced life coaching before. So I hope it would be helpful for anybody who was watching it. And thank you so much, Omnia,
Thank you so much,
for
Khadija.
sharing how you wish to change the world around you and positively impact lives. Thank
Thank you
you,
so much.
and
Thank you,
have a
Khadija.
great day.
You
Thank you for
too.
those who are watching. Bye.
Bye.